Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to look at the new Sims update. So the Sims dropped this unannounced update and it is so exciting. So it's all about story progression, which is amazing. It's something that a lot of us have wanted in The Sims since Sims 4 was released. It was something that they did a lot better in The Sims 3, and when The Sims 4 came out, story progression kind of left, and it was annoying because once you played in a neighborhood for a while, all of the families that you started with just died out and you just ended up with random families because no one was getting married and having kids, and all of those familiar names that were in your game just disappeared. So now we have story progression back, and it is going to change the entire way the game is played. I'm so excited for this. This is so exciting. I cannot stress how exciting this is. So we're going to have a look at that today. I'm going to take you into my game. We're going to play around with it and see how it all works. Hopefully we'll see some story progression, and let's check it out. So if you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and hit subscribe so you are notified every time I upload a new video. All right, let's have a look at our Sims game. Okay, so what do we have here? So this is what's come up when I've just gone into my households. So play with neighborhood stories. Neighborhood stories enables households you don't actively play to experience life changes. This includes pregnancy and adoption, moving in and out of houses, and maybe even untimely death due to accidents. That's so cool. Is it bad that the untimely death is the part of that sentence that got me the most excited? Go to manage households to configure the system. Okay, so we'll play around with that. We'll have a look at that, see the latest changes each day, go to the mailbox and check recent neighborhood stories. Visit your neighbors to see how their lives change and develop over time. Check out the neighborhood stories lesson to learn more. I'm so excited to play with this. This is going to be so exciting. Okay, so if we're looking at this this update, I'm just going to leave this playing for a little bit while I talk, because I'd really like some story progression to happen so I can show you exactly how this works. So I'm just going to put that on fast forward and just let them go about their day and or night and do their own thing. So they've added what they're calling neighborhood stories. So the base game is packed with interesting moments that lead to all kinds of life change for individual Sims. So that's how they're selling it to us, and that is amazing. So the first major addition is life changes for all neighbor Sims, with or without relationships to the active household. So every household has story progression, not just the households that you are playing, which is good, because before, if you wanted to have your families progress in their lives, like, you need to actually go and play each individual family just so they would progress in their life, and that is so exciting that we don't have to do that anymore. So the changes that they've got here in the update, so they're saying that we can adopt young Sims into the household, aged between infant and children. Sims can become pregnant with their significant other and will deliver the baby. So the update says that family-orientated Sims are more likely to do this. Non-committal Sims are less likely. And if the Sim has, or their significant other has the trait for hates children, then this won't happen. So you're not going to have Sims who hate children just randomly having lots of children. Sims may adopt dogs and cats if you have the Sims 4 cats and dogs. So Sims in your neighborhood can adopt cats and dogs. They will join new careers, they will leave their careers, and all this is influenced by their traits. And elderly Sims may choose to retire. Come over. Okay, so households may move in and out of different lots, and this is my favorite part, that the Sims in your neighborhood can die in different kinds of accidents, and it says depending on their age, traits, and career. So they can just randomly die, which is so much fun in accidents, like not just of old age. So random things can happen to them. I can see how this might be a little bit annoying, like if you'd spent a good, say, most of your Sims adult life in a relationship with a sim, then you just want to marry them, and then the sim goes and dies by electrocution or something like that, and you can't marry them. But at the same time, how much more realistic is that? Not that I'm hoping that people in real life die, but how much more realistic is that if accidents can actually happen? And that's what we want in the game. We want as much realism as possible in our escape from reality. So, okay, so it's saying here that all these life changes let neighbor sims have richer, fuller lives, and that they'll evolve over time. They grow up in a family, get jobs, move around, raise children, and eventually die, possibly before their time. I'm so excited. Okay, so we're going to have a look at how to configure the neighborhood stories. So the game doesn't just throw this in, it allows you to have some control over it. So let's have a look. I'm going to send her back home. Let's have a look at how this works. Okay, so it says it all starts in Manage Households. So we're going to go back to Manage Worlds, and we're going to click this thing up here, Manage Households. We have this new little button here, and this brings up the Configure Household Stories. Okay, all households in my households. All right, so we're going to enable a neighborhood stories. We're going to turn that on, and we have things here like die in accidents, adopt a child, adopt cats and dogs, leave a career, retire from career, have a baby, move in, move out, join a career. I'm going to turn them all on because I love some random spontaneity in my house. So this will happen to the households in my households. I'm going to confirm that. All right, in other households. So we can configure the neighborhood stories for other households. So what's exciting about this is I might want to say that all of my neighborhood sims that I don't control and I don't play with can die in accidents. But my households that I play with, I don't want them to die in accidents because I want them to be there the next time that I go and play with them. But I do think that they should be allowed to do all of these things. You can leave it the same for my households and other households, or you can not leave it the same. And they've done this for the rotational players, like the people that do like to play lots of different households and control the whole world, because like you can see, like I play a bit here, and sometimes what I might do is I might play one family for a couple of sim weeks, and then I might go play another family for a couple of sim weeks. And so this means that if you want your families that you control and that you're attached to not die, then you can obviously turn that off. You don't want them to be leaving careers, changing careers, or having babies. You can turn that off. So if this isn't your thing and you play with it for a while and you decide you don't particularly want it, you don't have to keep it on. You can go in here, you can go to game options, to gameplay, and you can hit reset custom configurations. Now you can get even more specific. So I may go to my households and I might decide that, you know what, this family, they can die in accidents. But I'm really attached to this one, so I'm going to turn that off, and I don't want them to die. Okay? I don't want them to die. I don't want them having any babies yet. Actually, you know what? They can have babies. I don't want them moving in and out of houses. But, if they want to change their job, sure, they can change their job. This one, I might go in here and I might decide that... Oh, wrong one. I might go in here and decide that, I don't want them to die, and I don't want them having any more babies because, look, they've got, enough babies. So I don't want them having more babies. So I'm okay with these ones having babies, but I'm not okay with this family having babies. And I'm okay with this family dying... and I, want this, I'll leave these families the same. And you can do this for your households that are in your world as well. So you could say, we'll go this Delgado household once again. I don't want anyone in this family to die. These ones, I'm not that attached to them. It really doesn't matter if they die, but I don't particularly want them having kids. Right, and we can change that. So we can have that control over each individual family. So this update is amazing in that you can have as much control as you want and as much surprise and spontaneity as you want. Just play around with it, have some fun with it. This will turn that off. All right, so it's a global, see, All neighborhood stories configurations for my households, other households, and any individual sim households will be reset to defaults. Are you sure you want to reset? Alright, so you can do that if you no longer want to play with neighborhood stories. So your Sims will still do what they could do in the previous update, which means they can still call you and ask for advice. Like, hey, I want to be friends with this person, should I do it? Or, hey, we're thinking about changing careers, should I do it? They'll still do that. But this gets rid of that story progression that they've introduced for this update. Now, you have to do this for each one of your saves. So, for example, if I go to exit to main menu, and I go to load game, I was just in this one, which is where I play my weird scenarios that they put up, and this one is, say, my rags to riches challenge that I'm doing. If I go into this one, configure in here as well. See? I've got to turn this on because it's not on. Okay, so each game, each load that you have has a different, I don't want her to die because that will ruin the challenge, so I'm just gonna get rid of the die and accidents. Everyone else, like, we can leave that on, that's fine. Alright, and I wanted to see if we actually got any story progression, so let's have a look at it. So what this means is sometimes things might be happening and you might even know that they're happening. So how do you know the game is working? How do you know story progression is happening? How do you enjoy the story progression? So what you can do here is you can click on the letterbox and click check recent neighborhood stories. So we click on that and we get told that Rahahu in the Fujita household has died. Rahahu fell for a cow plant's cake bait. She could not have her cake and eat it too. So she died. She got eaten by the cow plant. I don't actually know who that is, but would be really cute if it came up with like a little picture of who the sim in the neighborhood is, because sometimes, like, I don't know all their names. Like, there's a lot of sims in the name in this. So we clicked it again. In that short time, a dog was adopted by the Hatfield household. So once again, I think it'd be really cute if they could include a little picture of the neighborhood sim that they're talking about so that you know. This is exciting. I'm going to leave this on fast forward for a little bit and we're going to see if we can have any more neighborhood stories. I don't want to travel anywhere. I just want to leave this going. Alright, let's go see if anything has checked recent stories. Kayla Sheldon in the Sheldon household left her job as a personal trainer in the bodybuilder career. I was hoping that one of the households that I play came up. Yumi Kalani in the Kalani household has died. Uni got a little too angry and exploded. I feel like there's a lot of death happening. And I know I was very excited for the death, but I feel like there's a lot of death happening in a short period of time. So there we have it. That is the new story progression. So things are going to happen to your Sims. I'm telling you what's happened to them. But how exciting is this? It's very exciting. I'm super excited. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you've played with this, if you haven't played with this, if you enjoy it, do you like story progression, do you not like story progression? Let me know what you think of the new update in the comments. And if you like this video and you want me to make more videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button and so you are notified every time I upload a new video. And thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.